Hey guys, so the All Blacks have just announced their squad for the 2023 Rugby World Cup. As you can see right here, I'm in awe. This is an unbelievable squad. We'll quickly go over it right now for you guys watching. For the hookers, they decided to go with the likes of Dane Coles, as well as Cody Taylor and Simon Sodi Takalaho. I think that makes sense because really these are the three that kind of stood out the most, I'd say, in terms of those hooker positions. Again, if they're the next name, you could probably say the missed out was probably a sophomore, but again, he hasn't played in a while for the All Blacks, so I really just think that makes sense in terms of the free hookers. There really is no complaints on my front. In terms of the props they've gone with, like Offerton Fassi, Ethan de Groot, Tyrell Lomax, Nebulalala, Fletcher Newell, and Tamati Williams. There's no complaints there for me as well. I think that's kind of the set in stone six. They kind of, I think most people knew they were going to go with. I guess if you want to say players who've missed out, I mean, who's missed out here? I mean, there's not really anyone I can really think of on the top of my head. I mean, I guess you could say, actually, you could probably say Aiden Ross is probably one player that's missed out here because he had a few chances, obviously, in the running. But yeah, just he's probably one player that's missed out. But at the same time, I think that's the six that the All Blacks have always gone with. So it just makes a lot of sense that those are the six that have been chosen. In terms of the locks, they've actually only gone with four here, which is surprising. But four is the number they've gone with. They've gone with the likes of Scott Barrett, Brody Attack, Sam Whitelock, and Tuba Valai. So Tuba Valai really is seen as that kind of young option, really for the future. So that's what it shows you that they really rely on him. So that's good to see. Again, two big names that missed out on there is Patrick Piloto as well as Josh Lord. So yeah, it's a bit unfortunate there for Josh Lord because he's had opportunities in and out, but I guess just not enough game time compared towards Tuba Valai. So I think Valai's probably edged him out in that sense, and also probably edged out Patrick Piloto. So it's a big call, but yeah, feel a bit bad for Patrick because he's a great player and gives you a lot of experience. But I think that's the one player they've kind of had to leave out in that sense. But I guess in terms of loose forwards, they've gone with the likes of Dr. Lee here. Well, they've gone with Sam Kane first of all. I mean, he's the captain. You got to go for him, so it makes sense. And really happy he's actually captain, guys, because I think he's kind of now turned a new page in 2023, and it's kind of now shown everyone that he is 100% be captain. There's no doubt in my mind that he deserves it. And then, yeah, just looking forward to what he can bring, obviously, towards this Rugby World Cup. But, yeah, no, we've Dr. Papali in there as well. Happy as a Blues fan to see him. I mean, he was sensational last year. He carried on some of that form, obviously, into this year as well within Super Rugby. And, yeah, whenever he's played, within the All Blacks, this year, I mean, he's been pretty good, actually. He took his chance, obviously, in that first Buddha Cup came. I think he had, 23 tackles, so very proud for him. And then, yeah, we have the likes of, Shannon Bazell, who's been sensational in the Rugby Championship, so he definitely deserves to get in. Obviously, and then I felt bad because Kira Ione is another player who kind of missed out now that I'm thinking about it. But again, yeah, Shannon Bazell really kind of confirmed he's like the next six really for the All Blacks in this World Cup. So yeah, I feel bad because I think that's really what it came down towards was Akira and Shannon Bazell. And those two were really finding out for that six jersey. But Bazell, yeah, he won at the end of the day. But yeah, Otis Villa obviously makes it in, which is good to see. I mean, he's just incredible. So it's gonna be great to see what he can do, obviously, at the 8 jersey. And if needed, obviously they can play at the 7. But yeah, you have Luke Jacobson, the last loose forward who's been selected, and very versatile indeed, as he can play all three of the loose forward positions. So it makes sense to why they've selected him there. But yeah, I guess in terms of the backs, they've gone with the likes of Aaron Smith as well as Finley Christie, and they've gone with Cam Roigard here, which is unbelievable. They've actually chosen Cam Roigard, which is probably the big news out of this bunch, guys, because, again, I think most people would have said Aaron Smith gets in. There's no doubt in my mind. Finley Christie was a bit of question over, but I think he definitely deserves to get in because his form leading up to this Rugby World Cup has been, yeah, he's already been, you can say he's up there with the best scrum halves consistently for the last 3 years now. Since he's joined the Blues. So it makes sense to why he's been selected, I think. And yeah, just happy for him overall. But yeah, Cam Roigard, yeah, it's just this is probably the biggest one, I think, by the way, guys, because you have to remember that he's beating the likes of Brad Weber to the spot as well as Falau Fakatava. So it's a big call that, but I like it. I like it because again, he's always going to be seen as the third choice, but it's still, I mean, he's been impressive throughout this whole season. I mean, throughout the Super Rugby season, he got I think 7 or 9 tries. I think it was 9 tries, which was ridiculous, but. Just happy for him because he is just he's a great scrum half because he plays differently compared to Finley Christie and Aaron Smith because Roigard really is more he kind of resembles more of what DuPont does for France and how he kind of likes to attack the line. And similar, I don't know why, but similar to what like Will Genia actually did in the past, like where he's able to kind of break the line with ease and actually go. He's really more of a try scoring scrum half. That's what he's known for, and this is what I think what Dupont and Will Genia is known for as well. So that's kind of the reason why I'm comparing him to them two. But then yeah, Finley Christie, you can say it's kind of like the medium between both Smith and Roygaard, so he does a bit of both. And then yeah, Aaron Smith is just more of the passing scrum half, of course, which is what the All Blacks obviously utilize a lot. So yeah, happy with that. But Barrett, Mo'unga, and McKenzie, there was no doubt in my mind these three were going to get selected. That's just, yeah, I mean, that's just the three you can kind of expect at the end of the day. And again, you know, after this World Cup, Barrett and Mo'unga won't be available in this selection, I believe. I mean, Barrett, there's maybe a chance with Bowden Barrett, but we'll see. But Mo'unga, this will be his last opportunity, obviously, with the All Blacks. And then, yeah, Damian McKenzie obviously will take the reins after this. So it's just good for him to be in this tournament, really, because he'll get a lot of experience as well. Because most likely he will be the starting 10 for the next World Cup. But yeah, we'll see what happens on that front. But I guess in terms of the centers, we've got Jordy Barrett, Anton Brown, Reiko, and David Havili. So overall, very happy with that. Good to see David Havili included because I do think he's just, again, he was injured for a bit of time and wasn't available for the for the Crusaders for a long part of the Super Rugby kind of competition. But it showed that he's recently played obviously in NBC. He's now kind of showed that he's available in terms of playing rugby. So yeah, it makes sense to go with him because whenever he plays, he just has a lot of experience under his belt, and he's just a very versatile player. So you got to go with him, and he's good cover for Jordy Barrett as well. So that's good as well. And Anton Brown, I mean, just great in terms of 12 and 13. So you have to go with that. But the big one is really the backs because they've gone the backs of Kevin Clark, Mark Talea, Lester Fanayanku, Mamoni Narwa, and Will Jordan. So this is massive because they really have gone with like 4 wingers here, guys. They've technically gone with 4 wingers here, which is a big call, by the way. But they've gone with 4 wingers. They've gone with Marchelea, and you could say Moni Narwa, who's kind of specializing in that 14 role. You have the likes of Lester Fanayanku and Kevin Clark, who really specialize in that 11 role. And then you have Will Jordan, of course, who really can kind of cover all 3 of them. So it's kind of good. It's good to have him, of course, and he'll most likely be a starter no matter what. But yeah, it's interesting. It's really fascinating to see what they'll do in this position. But I guess the question is who will start. Yeah, it's gonna be a big question. But look, at the end of the day, I'm very happy with the squad. Let me know obviously in the comments what you guys think. Yeah, I think it's a good squad overall. Really happy with this. But other than that, guys, yeah, I'll be making a video very shortly, by the way, for my starting 15 for the All Blacks, what I believe they should go with. But besides that, hope you guys have a good day, and yeah, see you guys next time.
Hey, Bill, I'm in the mood for a switch up. I hit the function, hit the rose till I hiccup. I hit the stage and leave with money that's a stick up. She picture perfect, so I told her